premieres it on his YouTube channel, or maybe he'll even do TikTok Live that night.
Yeah, that would be fun too.
Yeah.
That would be fun too.
We'll do multiple platforms.
So, in spite of getting a lot on our K2 YouTubers and TikTokers, the Spirit Talkers, no, well, we had a little
It's
while
like frozen.
before it. Oh, here, let's quit it really quick. Oh, you touched that?
Unfreeze.
There we go. Now it's on.
Spirit Talker, is anybody here with us? Is anybody here with us tonight?
Names are preferred. Names are preferred.
You know, I'm surprised the building's gone, but the Nickerson restaurant sign is still here.
The sign is still, yeah. I hope that they.
I wonder if they'll take that down and
it
put it by like Pima, like they did the Magic
make it
Carpet
make it a historic.
monument type
So
thing.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's the. Let me see if I can close up for you. There it is, Nickerson
Not the
Farms
Lion's
restaurant.
Den.
Yeah, ignore the Lion's Den. that's an adult bookstore. We don't care that much about that.
Yeah, we're really close to Interstate 10, folks. So they say energies and spirits like movement. And that just across I-10 is the Union Pacific Railroad. So there's a lot of movement around here.
It keeps freezing.
There is, and across the way where the Stuckey's was, I mentioned this earlier, where the Dairy Queen is now, the bathroom in there is actually there's a well underneath. Yep, where that some kids passed, obviously fell in the well, but it's cemented over, and of course we're not going to go film in the bathroom, but yeah, the Stuckey's, that's another one for all you people like me, all you oldsters out there. If you remember Stuckey's, I think it was mostly a Southwest thing. I think maybe it made it to Midwest, but not much further than that. It was kind of like Boland's. Boland's was another place that you could go in, at least in Arizona and Texaco and New Mexico.
I'm standing right here.
Oh, I'm standing right here.
So someone is with us.
So if you could give us a name, did you work here at the restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you worked here at the restaurant, what was your name? Can you give us a name? And of course, I can't get over the fact that they got rid of that building so quickly. That's crazy. That's gone. It had completely collapsed there. I believe there was a fire at one point in the empty building. And nature claimed it. Nature took it back. So, but it was a very cute, very, very cute place.
Who owned it? Who started it? Do you know?
I think in the end it was privately owned, and if it was a company, it was related to the company that did Stuckey's. Apparently, I think it went all the way up to Kansas. I think there are still Stuckey's in Kansas. Stuckey's had a blue roof. It was a light blue roof. It was right up there with Howard Johnson's before Howard Johnson's kind of leaped into going into cities. Dare. Okay, so we've got Dare on a. What is the Dare? We didn't ask
you to play Truth or Dare.
Yeah, what is the dare? What are you daring us to do?
What are you daring us, Spirit?
We are game.
Who's the we?
All of us.
Yeah.
That includes you, scaredy cat.
I'll be the tech person.
So, dare, and now it's all the way up to the red.
Yeah.
What do you want to dare us to do, Spirit? Tell us what you're daring us to do.
So this is really a highly active area. This is the most activity that we've gotten out in the open.
Thank you.
Before.
Thank you, Papa. What are you daring us to do, Spirit?
Obviously here, I think it's at least in our little circle here. Are you in our little circle here? Are you standing near us? And what's your dare? What one word describes your dare? Still going nuts, guys. And there is nothing here that would set it off. Nothing. I mean, everything is gone.
Go over there. Go over
Okay,
there.
so go over where?
When I turned over there, where I was, the hill.
We got to
Do
go
you want
over
us to go where
there.
Michael was?
Last time we went out into the desert, something tried to knock us out.
So let's try and go a little bit where you were.
Ooh.
Oops.
I'm in the corner.
In the corner.
Oh, okay. Which corner?
You went out that corner.
Yeah, I went out over there.
I wonder if they had a basement.
I bet you it does.
Are we in the right corner, Spirit?
What's that? Is that a car? Is that the truck?
Where?
Yeah, that's the truck.
A reflection or something?
No, that's driving. The truck that was in front of.
Over there.
Oh, the one that left the specialty store?
Yeah. Yeah,
truck's
not there no more.
Oh, it's doing the same thing. I was going to say it's not working. It's not responding, and now I've got full response.
I said we said the specialty store. It said hung.
Okay, the specialty store
for somebody hung here.
It could very well be that. I think that it's somebody's. But okay, so here's what. Okay, so I'm going to be a real nerd now because theoretically, if somebody was hung, they weren't hung; they were hanged. That's the incorrect term for that. They were hanged.
Well, it depends on when this person died. Maybe they don't know the correct slang.
Maybe they were
Well,
hung. Maybe the person was hung. Spirit, were you the one that was hung?
I would say it's a yes to a lot because this is really. And we have had that word before too. Because I remember thinking, wow, that's a weird thing to say, but it had to be with them passing through means of a rope. It wasn't anatomical, but that was my first place to go. I'm still amazed at the amount of activity we're getting on these K2s. They're getting a workout tonight.
Look at the poles.
But they can't be active though because there's nothing attached. We're not quite. But now look at it's going down.
They go to the store.
Oh, but we shouldn't be able to. We shouldn't be Oliver. Okay, we shouldn't be able to get their power from that far away.
Yeah.
Oliver, were you hung here, Oliver?
Is it okay to call you Ollie? Can we call you Ollie for short? Nickname? Do you like that?
Thank you for the heart, me. We are at Picacho Peak, Picacho, Arizona.
She's dangerous. Okay.
She's dangerous.
So who's dangerous? We haven't gotten that name yet. Who's dangerous? What is her name? We're assuming that it's a female since you said she's dangerous. So I think YouTubers, put in the comments if you think we should do a Ouija board here next time. We'll come back and do the Ouija board. And TikTok the same. You think we should do a Ouija board out here based on how active we've been? That's been, I would say that's about a 60% from the last time. We usually get about 30% of it. And that's a feat in itself. This is the most we've gotten on these K2s.
Pichonchito, estamos en una batalla. Estamos en un lugar donde estuvo una batalla. Pues, estamos aquí con el Spirit Talker y nos dicen que alguien se colgó aquí.
Now, can you explain that on here for my YouTubers?
Yeah, YouTubers. And my chat was asking in Spanish, what were we doing here? And I was just telling them. You want me to tell them in Spanish?
Yes,
Lo que
please.
estamos haciendo aquí, estamos aquí en la batalla de Picacho Peak.
It gets lonely.
Oh, we gotta.
Oh,
We gotta. It gets lonely.
Ya bajamos de la montaña y estamos aquí en una parte que está abandonada y siempre hay mucha actividad aquí. So you guys in YouTube,
Oops.
I hope you guys are enjoying this because it's getting a little weird now. And it happens to be almost a full moon.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, full moon should be within the next 2 days. Because there's just a sliver missing from that. But we're still. This is still totally.
12:47. It will be full tonight, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So tomorrow.
Yeah.
And still.
Spirit, do you want to tell us anything else, Spirit? Besides, it's lonely here. What do you want us to do for you if you're lonely here?
I would also like to get an auditory sign if you can. If you can give us a sound,
We already got one.
a tree rustling. Well, maybe they're over here, and that'll kind of solidify. Any kind of sound. So I think we're just outside the restaurant.
I'm attached to the forest.
Attached to the forest. Okay. So in the desert, there could still be a forest. It's just a different kind. It's, your
Mesquite
Palo Verde
trees,
trees, mesquite
Palo Verde
trees,
saguaros.
It's all that out
saguaros.
there.
Arizona is
Also
actually
here.
the only place you can see saguaros for natural saguaros. They don't occur anywhere else.
Oh, it's true.
It's Arizona, yeah. And so, just a little information: you can actually go to federal prison if you uproot a saguaro to put it in your front yard and they catch you. You can go to federal prison. You can't get in trouble for
And
that.
even
It's
if you
illegal.
even if you fully get it uprooted and put it into your yard, it has to be planted the correct way, or it'll die.
Or yeah, it will die. And aside
TikTok
from the fact that
purposes
it doesn't,
only, educational purposes only, he meant unalive. The tree would be unalive.
the even though, so cactus can go for months without water because they can store it in the roots, but if you don't plant it correctly, that's one of the reasons that they prevent people from doing that, because the plant will not survive if you don't take care of it.
Well, also
And
like the
we've
north,
had,
it has to be facing the same direction. Everything has to be
well,
the exact same.
and we've had so many. It used to be big. I remember in the 80s when I was younger, you heard a lot on the news. Somebody went to Saguaro National Forest and was trying to take the cactus. The saguaros, for some reason, they want the saguaros. One arm on a saguaro actually means it's 100 years old and goes up from there. So I guess I can say they're indigenous to this area only.
Well, we used to be a lot of people wanted them for when they dried out and like the rib of a saguaro, they made it into like
Fencing.
Well, they made it. They made it
I
into
know,
like
but-
rain. Yeah, they made it into all kinds of stuff.
Right,
and
they
made
used it, yeah. We
You
have eyes on you. Where are you watching us from? Are you on the mountain or you're down on the ground with us?
No, she said
So
she was in the forest.
YouTube, we got
Which
we
could
got
be that way. There's trees and
yeah.
everything out there.
we got I have eyes on you.
The spirit talker just said she has eyes, or they have
That's
eyes.
not
on
creepy.
us.
Could even be right over there.
What happened to me?
What
We
happened?
don't know.
Oh, do you not know how you passed? Are you stuck here then?
Unfinished business.
And if there, I can say that if I could, this sounds so TV and the ghost medium or whatever that show was. I would love to be able to see spirits and find unfinished business and take care of it for them, so that they can move on. And I think if they have unfinished business, is why they don't know why they're here. So, do you not know why you're here?
Hola, Russo.
And still full on. The
Gracias
lights
por
are
venir.
far enough away; it shouldn't affect this. We should have to be close. You have to be very close to get this electricity that's still maybe going to the local businesses and stuff.
Buenas noches, Russo. Buenas noches.
And so YouTubers, this we'll also be doing lives on TikTok. So you want to go check out my TikTok. Patrick.perry.hol is my handle on TikTok. I would love for you to go and check that out and follow me. That's a little bit more fun page, but we will be in the future doing the live ghost hunts, and YouTube, you guys will get the special edited version. It'll be the same thing, but just you'll be able to look at it later.
Evidence.
So evidence. So are you talking about evidence that you were here? Is there something we need to look for?
High tongue titan.
And again, thank you for, since this is number 2, I didn't thank the people in this one. So thank you, TikTokers. Please follow Lewis.
Polite.
What?
I hope I don't get internet here from YouTube. Being that tongue titan is here.
Oh, that. Okay, no, I don't think they'll mind.
I don't know. It depends on what they do with that tongue.
I'll put music over that.
When the booty hole.
Well, as long as I can't say it because my next phrase might get you
We all
shut
know
down.
you lick them. So.
Oh, Jessica, please, gross. You're the one with all the crazy things on your phone.
And not anymore. What were you getting the other time? Just a few days ago, you were talking about somebody sent you.
That was involuntary. I didn't go to those places. So Spirit out there, you have so polite. Is there a polite way you can kind of guide us to the evidence you were talking about? And again, is it evidence you were here? I also want to know did you work at this restaurant? I heard that people from this restaurant worked here long enough to have passed, and there may have been people that passed on the grounds, whether it was a customer or an employee. So if any of you are, my voice is heard.
My voice is heard.
Okay, so we're gonna give you a minute or two to vocalize. Hopefully, give us a sound. I'd prefer to hear your voice. We'll give you a minute or two. If you are trying to make a sound, can you make it as loud as you use as much energy as you can? Because we do have the highway here to compete with as far as sound goes. So maybe it's better if you make a sound with the forest that you're in. If you try to rustle the branches.
You asked if they worked here at the restaurant and said my voice is heard. I wonder if it was like the person at the front that called out the names. You're ready to be seated?
It could have been. It could have been.
Is she one of them that passed away? Maybe. Usually those are like an older person that does that part because they're not a waitress.
The living.
We're the only thing living out here.
So do you have family that's still living here somewhere in Arizona, nearby Marana, Tucson, Casa Grande, Phoenix? So does the living mean you have family that are still here?
Trailer park campground thing, RV thing.
It's an RV trailer park, and that's about I would say about 400 yards from where we are here. It is a place where people can, temporary or permanent. I think it's mostly temporary, but
I think it's 55 and over, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe it is 55 and over. So do you have people that live nearby in the immediate vicinity, perhaps in the RV park next to the property here? Still maxed out.
You have nightmares.
You have nightmares. Are we going to have nightmares as a result of this?
You said you are.
Oh.
I don't want them.
As long, I don't mind the nightmares as long as you tell us stuff.
Everybody in my audience are going to say an Our Father and a Hail Mary tonight before you go to bed, so no spirits will follow you through TikTok.
What is it? Throw the
You're
You
right.
have the book still.
connected.
We're all connected. I agree.
We're all connected.
We are all
I
connected
said it, we're all
spiritually.
connected.
Yeah. So is there something we can do to help you move on? It sounds like you're stuck here. Because what did they say? It gets lonely, and then you have, what else did she, I thought they said something about,
I'm attached to the forest.
I'm attached to the forest. Oh, what happened to me? What happened
Yeah.
to me? So you'd really have to give us a name, and we can research and see if your name
Wasn't
comes
there
up
a name?
anywhere.
Oliver. That
Oliver.
could be a last
But we were
name.
thinking Oliver was the one that was hanged here.
Oh, true.
Or
But it could be a
lot of
last name. Maybe she was hanged.
oh yeah.
Do you need light to transcend? Do you need light? Do we need to bring you some light so you can transcend?
Or do you have a family member's name that is still on this earth? I just can't get over this still. This is really the most we've ever gotten. Seems like we're getting these a little bit slower than over there.
They
It may not spill over this far.
And it also may be they may be losing strength or that at this time. It's what, 10 o'clock almost?
So, oh, okay.
Damn.
Well, that doesn't seem like a very good thing.
Yeah.
But do you believe that you're going somewhere that you're not going to be happy? Is that why you use that word? You still good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because they would have seen that. Helen. Okay, now I have to be honest. Helen sounds like somebody that would be a hostess at a restaurant to me, and it's someone's Aunt Helen or Grandma Helen. Are you a grandmother? Did you pass when you were older or when you were younger? I really can't get any answers from this because it's just stayed on that.
Yeah,
so
that's what's weird.
I usually go with this for yes or no's. If it goes down and it pops back up again. And I think the spirits are messing with me a little bit because I was pretty quick after I said it's not doing anything. Because when I did the K2 before, I said it's not responding. It immediately responded.
Step off the concrete under the dirt over there and see if your K2 meter changes at all. Does it go away?
It's not as strong.
Okay, then no. Because I was wondering if maybe there's something under this concrete.
Still pretty strong towards the desert.
Red hair.
Red hair. Don't hurt yourself. Don't break a hip. She falls. I'm not picking her
Pretty
up.
high over. It's pretty active over here.
Yeah, don't fall. Patrick Adventures Limited doesn't have insurance yet.
We don't have major
medical coverage.
major medical. So, are you following us? Are you sticking close with us?
You know, we never took the veil down. It could be from up there.
Well, we don't want to do that yet because that
Well,
could
no, I
really
know. I'm just saying
cut
it
us
could have
down.
been whatever was up there.
So, YouTubers and TikTokers, we do it. The veil is wide open right now, and I think
Patrick
portals
opened
can.
a portal as soon as we got up towards the battlefield. So a portal was open.
And I
We
think
haven't
portals
closed the
can
portal.
be anywhere, and they're static. Or static would mean they stay in one place. They can be anywhere, and I think that since we opened it, it's likely that it could follow us. And there's a lot of in and out.
Well, yeah, because it's open for them to move around.
Yep.
So it could be somebody from up there still coming
Oh,
with us.
red hair. That's so hostess at a restaurant with a little beehive updo and red hair. Helen. She's fabulous.
She probably got like a smoking 16 packs of cigarettes a day
But
diner.
right, she takes breaks right out here. Stay here. Okay. Happy to stay here.
How long?
Not overnight.
How long do you want us to stay here?
But this is there is that gunpowder smell again.
Yeah.
And clearly it gunpowder. GUN powder.
Pew pew powder.
Pew pew powder.
TikTok. This is for educational purposes only. We are Picacho Pete at the last battle of the Confederates of the USA.
So here's a challenge for you. If there's a spirit out there, just because this has been so active, can you stop this? Can you move away from it so it goes to just one solid green?
Helpless.
Helpless.
Okay, so are you not able to do that? So again, I'm going to ask you, do you feel stuck here?
Was she hung right here and unable to move because her ghost is hung?
It could be. I mean, it could be anything. But I think that.
I'm just trying to think of what
I know. But helpless makes me think that she's trying to figure out he or she, because you never know.
I was going off for the Helen, but helpless would be if you're just hanging and you can't go nowhere. You can't do nothing. You're helpless.
That or she feels helpless because she can't
Judgment.
figure out why she's here. Judgment.
We're not.
So that
judging you.
definitely goes with being hanged.
No, we're not
Being hung.
judging you.
I'm wondering if something happened with the restaurant. If there's more to a story as to why it was shut down.
Yeah, it was really limited, kind of.
Because it was just closed. You didn't hear much about it. It was just closed.
Yeah, just really kind of
shut down,
scattered about. There was nothing that I really felt like was concrete or real. It was just felt like more like rumors. So
it also just happened like overnight. It felt like.
Yeah, it did just suddenly close, and it never reopened. It never reopened again. The fire, and then I still can't get over that the building's gone. I want to know where the building went, how quickly they got it out of here.
Why did they get it out of here that quick?
Yeah.
That's my thing. Things are starting to add up. Why did they get it out of here that quick? Was there something else going on here?
Was there other things going on here, Spirit, that we don't know about?
Evidence.
Well, and one of the spirits over there mentioned corruption. So
that's what I'm saying.
They could have been intermingling. They're not. I don't think they're going to stay in the same area.
Well, but if you think about it, they talked about evidence, lonely, helpless, whatever's happened here. They can't do anything about it, and there's corruption. Jail.
Is jail correct? Can you keep it at red? Mm-hmm.
We need to look
so
up the
was it somebody
more.
that had to do with the restaurant that was jailed for some reason?
I wonder if we need to try to research the story a little bit more and find out who owned it.
I can add that as a voiceover.
Yeah. Who owned it? What happened? Did somebody actually get charged with something? The fire?
Does your spirit talker save every spot? No. So
no, it starts over.
So we need to screenshot it.
And Steve, there's more down there, but you can't.
Screenshotting it, Steve. Leave. It's telling us to leave now.
Well, that's good timing. I think that. Do you want us to leave because you're getting tired?
Either that, or but remember, every time it talks about leaving or you don't stay here, get out, or whatever it said up there, it then said malevolent.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if there is something out here.
And it could very well
and
have.
It's kind of like, okay, you've been here, it's coming. Did you hear that? Almost like a branch breaking, like someone stepping on it.
So YouTubers, we're getting a lot of activity. This is actually really great, and even the words we're getting from our spirit talker are they're making sense. However, I mean, you can make sense of anything, but they are to some degree specific. The names can be very general, but
I think it's been good enough. I think it's good. So I think we need to take some time. We can research it, and then we can come back.
Yeah, and I think
talk about what we've learned, and then talk again.
And I think most of the words are pretty relevant to what's going on, what happened, what allegedly happened here. Because, like I said, there's nothing that said it's a fact. However, the battle was a fact, and there were a lot of words that we heard over there that made sense fully, not just a scar. Okay.
Being hung or hanged.
Yeah, the scar on the neck, or I am kind of starting to get that feeling that someone's behind me.
I know, that's why I'm like, they said leave. We may need
that someone's behind me, and it's not something I want to stick around for.
It's just a feeling that something's out there.
No, but
the wind is picking the breeze.
It's not a burning, but you know how they say, "Oh my gosh, you're staring at me. You're burning a hole in the back of my head." That's what it feels like. It definitely feels like something's behind me.
If you have like a niece or a nephew or a child or that, you can always sense them behind you. And you're usually like, "What are you up to?" That's what it feels like. Like something's watching you.
Yeah, I feel like there's something out there strong enough for me. I'm playing games. We did that over there in the last one. They said the same thing. And that's I usually try and think of the first thought that pops into my head, and the whole thing about the games is we're the unwitting victims of the game. So I think it's time. We do have to remember to close the veil, and I think we'll do it here since this is the end of the stream that we did. We pretty much stuck along the same route. So do you have the book right?
I do.
Okay. So we're gonna do this now. We have a little closing the veil, because that is very important. Now, we do say any spirits that we spoke to tonight, you are to remain here. You are not welcome going home with any of us. We didn't ask for that in the beginning, and we certainly don't allow it now. Can you feed okay? Okay, so we do want to thank you for the truth and your presence. We are lowering the veil as we are done communing. Goodbye. We are imagining a protective barrier lowering around us to protect us. And again, we do say you do not have permission to come home with us, follow us, or haunt us in any way. We will be back out to visit you again at some point, but you are not allowed to come home with any of us. You are not welcome. So thank you, YouTube. That concludes this. And for TikTok, thank you so much.
Thank you, Patrick, for inviting us and having us with you.
My pleasure. It's fun.
It was truly an exciting evening.
And this is something that's kind of close to my heart. So I think the best thing to do with things like that is to share it with other people. I hope you enjoyed TikTok.
Please follow Patrick, you guys. He's got his YouTube. Please tell us your YouTube again.
Patrick Adventures. You can also find me under at PPERRI38. That's my handle on YouTube. I do have a part of a Ouija board on my main page, so that'll help you find it. I do want to thank Mike. I've known Mike for 132 years, and he's older than me.
Sometimes I feel older than you.
Oh.
We both came
but
over
I do want to thank him for coming along, because honestly, right now, I don't think I could do this alone. I do also think for TikTok and YouTubers, I do think doing it alone does leave you more vulnerable. I will mention one of my favorite ghost hunters. It's Midwest Ghost Hunter. He gets a lot of activity, but he goes everywhere alone. I think that's great and admirable, but he does have to be very careful, because he is by himself. There's nobody to watch his back, so to speak.
There's no witness.
So I think collectively, and I think all of us can kind of channel some of that in. I think all of us, if we're open enough, we'll pull it. I think we definitely pulled it in tonight. Thank you. You guys, I can't thank you enough for coming on and supporting us and supporting Lewis and supporting Mike. Of course, Holly Woodland on Facebook. That's my alter ego. Please go there and follow or add yourself as a friend. I will accept your friend request or follow.
And don't forget to subscribe, you guys.
And yes, and when you go to YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Watch the videos. They're totally fun videos. This has been the most activity, but you will like our other videos.
Go watch Hell House Part 1.
Yep, check out Hell House. There will be a Part 2, but we got to get courage. We got to get enough courage to go back there. That was a scary experience. So you definitely want to check it out. And again, thank you to my YouTube subscribers. Please share this with other folks and have them come along. I'd love to get more subscribers. I'd love to share my adventures with more people, and the same with TikTok. Thank you. And I will follow you back if you follow me at TikTok, and Lewis will do the same.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you at the next live. Good night.
Because I can add this later. All right. So what was the last thing we had? I am death.
Death.
We have decided it's a good time to go back to home base.